right, it's time for the VooDoo Chef podcast, where we will discuss all things voodoo from the VooDoo Studios located right here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. So to all my booties out there, if you're looking for nothing but a good time, this is the place to be. Call your friends, knock on the neighbor's door, and let them know it's time to party like a rock star for the next hour. Join me and my guests and learn to VooDoo like we do as we discuss our faves and the voodoo that we use. I'll put our guests on the spot as we ask for their top three, and make sure and listen as we discuss some of our favorite war stories from the kitchens we've worked in. Sit back, grab a tall glass of your favorite libation, and enjoy this episode of the VooDoo Chef podcast.
What is going on, Voodies? I don't know what the hell's going on with the sound. We're going to try to figure that out. But I do know what's happening tonight. It's a VooDoo Chef podcast. And, I know we're on a little different shot here tonight. It's because we don't have power to the laptop. Why bullshit it, right? Tonight I wanted to have a little fun. Big Eddie C's coming back here in a minute. But you know what? It's all good, Big Eddie C. Keep doing what you're doing, because we're going to bring in big old Patty Arts. What's going on, buddy?
Living the dream. How are you?
Dude, I know it would not shock you if I told you that I'm struggling with my computers. You help me every day with the computers, and nothing but love for that. We are trying to figure this out. It's all good. We'll get there in the end, right?
Of course, always do.
I got to try to do something here. See if I can. Yeah, we're going to start feeding back here.
Yep. Let's
figure this madness out real quick. I think we're good. We'll figure it out in a minute. But, dude, I haven't seen you in like forever.
Yeah, it's been, 4 hours?
Man, tops. But, in between that time, I made a couple pit stops, and I was actually chatting burgers with Carlos tonight. And my head gets spinning, and we started thinking about what would be the best burger. If we were actually entering Burger Showdown, what would it be? And really couldn't figure it out. We started talking about, first it would have to be a blended meat. Carlos was talking about doing hey, you know what? Because that's how my brain works.
Yep.
One moment, please. It's that those epiphanous moments, right? Let's do this, do this. Say something there, Patty Arts.
You good?
One moment, please, because my genius ass just fixed the sound. I just got to figure out which one we're going to close. I think it's that.
Okay.
And I think look at that. We're golden.
There we go.
Golden. Except you're loud as shit. I forget that I hooked the computer up to the PA in VooDoo Studios so I can crank the music loud as shit and piss off the family. Not really. I'm just old. I need it loud. And so I had the monitors in the studio turned down. God,
Well, there we go.
It is what it is. Love that thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I'm talking with Carlos, right? Mm-hmm. And we're talking about the best burger. And I'm sitting here going, all right, homie, I like 80-20. I want to do this and that. I got some lobster tails. I'm going to put a lobster on it. He goes, why aren't you going to upgrade your meat? And I'm like, well, 80-20, dude, it's got the right fat. It's accessible to everyone. He goes, and then you're going to put a $42.99 per pound lobster tail on top. Makes a lot of sense there, genius. And, when you think about burgers and things like that, for me, I'm old, dude. It's do what the fuck you want, and if you're cooking it and you like it, that's most important. If someone else likes it, holy shit, that's called like big time win, right?
Oh yeah, it's icing on the cake.
And then but then Carlos starts talking, and you're like, all right, dude, I hear what the fuck you're saying. I get it, but it's not like we're sitting in. I don't know, fill in the name of the restaurant here, where we're serving A5 burgers. You're a fucking moron if you're doing that. Topped with a lobster tail, scraping some fucking raclette on top of it. That's not what we're doing. We're just firing on the Blackstone at the end of the day, and we're dropping some tails on there. So, I get both ends, but where do you draw the line? I mean, what's your go-to, chef?
I mean, for me, it's just almost being simplistic, right? I mean, I don't like to go over the top. I'm not going to put 10 different ingredients on there. I mean, I love a nice ground beef, 80-20, maybe throw some bacon in there. Can't go wrong with the fried egg on there. Maybe a little bit of heat, a little spicy aioli instead of just basic ketchup mayonnaise.
America's mother sauces.
Mother sauce, that's right. Right?
The American mother sauces.
That's true.
Ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yep.
But
yeah, I mean, I'm all about just keeping it simple, right? I don't want to reinvent the wheel. The biggest thing for me, though, is that bread has to stand up to it.
That's the whole key, man. Now, right out of the and it's funny because we got, Best Burger in Tampa Bay coming around. That's what spawns all these conversations. And I haven't been in the chat bar yet here. I don't know if any of our competitors are checking in here. Bearded Monkey's Twisted Q is in. Homies driving in from out of state to get to this dude, to get to this place, to compete for the best burger in Tampa Bay. And I've been watching him on fucking Facebook. He is dropping some mad shit up there. And, dude, first of all, what's this shit you're posting about the Jack Daniels something? Don't make me jealous, okay? If you're going to compete and you need a kitchen bitch, I'm your guy, okay? And by kitchen bitch, one moment. I mean, you need somebody to stand around and crack open a bottle of something like this and drink all day? Yeah, I got you, man. I so got you. So, and I don't know if you knew, there's nothing like Jack and VooDoo. And our buddy Mike Beatles, former chef of Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just got a name drop when you can, right? He likes to joke all the time about how I make my VooDoo cocktail: ice, alcohol, and lime. Out of limes tonight. It's a dry county. It's okay, man. I'll have a Camel pack. Nobody will know. I'll say like I'm dehydrated. We'll pretend it's my iced tea. So back to these burgers. First thing always is that visual appeal. That visual appeal. It has to look absolutely flipping amazing.
Yep.
But after that, now you got to get to the taste. And Pat, you're exactly right. To taste it, you have to pick that bitch up. Now, I do a lot of fork and knife burgers. That's because, I just like things, it's got to be a double fist, double hand drip burger for me. So I'll always provide that knife and fork. But, the bun's got to be worthy. And by worthy, there's a lot of things there. It's got to be sturdy. It's got to be able to hold up to it. It's got to be able to hold tight as the juices start getting down in there. And then one of my biggest pet peeves is when people will use like a pretzel bun or something like that inappropriately, a harder bun, so that as you're biting into it, it's pushing down and squishing all the inside stuff. So it's not, I'm going to get the pretzel bun. That's going to stand up. No. It's gotta all play right. So, when you get that bun and you pick it up, I hate when you have that amazing breakthrough and your thumbs go up through the bottom. And like I said, if you're holding a VooDoo burger, that shit's two-fisted. It's not like that Big Mac TikTok I did where you can fucking one hand that bitch.
In your car, right?
In your maybe that could have been green screen. Might have been green screen, okay? Because you're not allowed to eat in my car. But anyway, you know, dude, fuck off. You're gonna get me in trouble, dude. So as you're taking all those things into account, you got to get the right flavor of that bun too, because think about it. It's holding up, it's sturdy, it's worthy. But now as you're biting into it, God, you knew it made me stop, man. I'm out of bibs.
I saw it.
Oh, wait, we're talking different bibs. You're talking a bib. I'm talking barreled and bond, dude. I'm out of barreled and bond. If anybody wants to send me some Jack Daniels barreled and bond, you know, feel free. And I actually prefer the triple mash. Different story, different day. As you're biting into that burger for that very first taste, the first texture, the first flavor, the first everything is going to be that bun. So when we say worthy, there are so many components to that. And they all have to hold true. What's your go-to, Chef?
As cliche as it is, brioche. I mean, that's just it's all around good bun right there. You can toast it, holds up well. Throw on the flat top, some butter on there, nice and soft still on top, so you're not gonna have the issue like you said of all the stuff coming out of it. But even a nice potato bun works out really nice too. I mean, especially if you want to use that and get a little crunch on there.
I was potato bun for a long time. The GBPB, the garlic butter potato bun. Mm-hmm. But there was a rumor that they were going to discontinue it. I discontinued cooking live for a little while because, threw out my back. I don't know, got sick. All that fun stuff that happens as you get older. And now with the burger event coming around, Eurobake created 2 brand new buns just for this event. And we've got the chili, and they don't even have names for them yet. That's the coolest shit. You've got the chili cheddar bun, which I don't know what I made last week. Maybe it was on it, maybe it wasn't. I don't fucking know. The chili cheddar bun, it's actually a black bun, and they make it black with charcoal powder, which is absolutely badass. This is like a barbecuer's dream. And I don't know why you didn't select that bun there, Bearded Monkey Twisted Q. I don't even know what bun you selected, but I'm going to tell you, when you see this bun on my cook next week, you're going to be like, Patrick, can I switch buns? Because it's that badass. Right. I don't even remember what the fuck we cooked in it. But Twisted, if you want to see that bun, I'll send it to you. I'll lie and tell you tonight before the night goes out. But it'll more realistically be tomorrow when Patrick says, hey, did you send Twisted that video? And then I'll send it to you. But it's badass. And they also made, and this is even like more cool, the Voodoo Red Bun. And, you may be sitting there going, oh, so it's red and you called it Voodoo. No, they make it with Voodoo Red. So we'll actually have Voodoo Red in the fucking bun. And just so you know, I'm not the only one having computer problems. Ramen had a little bit, and now Big Eddie C's having a problem. So we'll just blame it on the weather system that's going through.
That sounds about right.
Which really means Patrick's the only millennial in the room.
Wow, thanks for that.
I said it with love. I didn't even give you my line about millennials. I say all the time. I said, technically, by voodoo law, I'm not supposed to like you because I don't understand millennials, and what I mean by that is I fucking hate millennials. But here's to all the millennials out there: buy a ticket to Voodoo Bash. I will definitely send you the video tomorrow, Twisted. All right. We've been talking about burgers. I've been cooking burgers leading up to this event. It just gets in your brain and it's what you do. we're going to kick out for a minute right now, only to show you a video. A little bit of VooDoo's Unite should be coming your way right about now. What's going on, VooDoos? Time for another burger overdose. And guess what? We've got another prototype bun here today. Check this out. This is the Voodoo Red Bun made by Eurobake, especially for Voodoo Bash. Made with Voodoo Red. Check that bad boy out. That's right, man. Only place you can get this thing is at Voodoo Bash. So make sure you log on to www.voodoobash.com. Grab your tickets today. I'm telling you, we're gonna sell out. And I'll tell you what, just for this thing right here, just for tonight, you type in Eurobake for your coupon code. Capital E-U-R-O, capital B-A-K-E, and we're gonna give you 20% off your tickets. Jump on, knock that out. Let's get started. You know, most people are gonna season their grill and put down some oil. We're gonna put down some bacon fat. And we're gonna let that render out right onto our grill. And that's what we're gonna use as the basis for the beginning of our cook here. So, let's get that rocking and rolling. That fat's already just pouring right out of that bacon. Bacon is one of the 5 food groups: butter, bacon, caffeine, carbs, and bourbon. And tonight we're gonna do it up right, guys. We got a little special treat for you on tonight's burger. Get ready to rock and roll. All right, we're just pulling this fat out of here. It's all we want. These are some of those skinny cuts that don't make the cut. You know, not in our house at least. So we're just gonna take this fat, we're gonna slide this bacon right to the side. We're gonna take our brand new Voodoo bun and get it toasted up right there in that bacon fat. Like, that's not gonna just add to the super yumminess. All right, we're about to get crazy here, guys. We're doing up a blackened smash. And we're gonna let this thing just hover over that bread. You know what? The more this bacon crisps up, the more it's going on my burger. Holy moly. It might just be a snack. Who knows? We'll make it a game time decision. All right, check this out. We got a nice toast happening on this bun. We're gonna set this aside, get that ready. I'm gonna sneak my LTO already made right onto that bun. Now I've got a Artisan Lettuce over there. It's hydroponically grown. They're small little heads. They come 4 to a pack. Perfect for sandwiches. Perfect for sandwiches. We've got our sliced tomato, our sliced red onion, and today we're using some dill stackables. Dill stackables. I don't know, man. They just been hitting right. All right, we've got our blackening seasoning. We're definitely going to be using that up today. And then our dust, bringing out the natural flavors in whatever we cook. First things first. Let's get this bacon slid over to the other side so I can use that fat again. And I've got a pre-smashed 80-20. Dropping that bad boy right on the grill. We smashed that in advance today just to save a little time. You could do that. You can smash them on the grill. Remember, if you smash them on the grill, smash it right away so we're not leaking juices. And then today, just a light seasoning of this black on here. Light seasoning of black on the burger and a little bit of dust. Already kicking up, banging out. Look at this. Look at this. You know that's going right on. Look at it. You know that is going right on that patty. Let's just move that over there because we got a little else something coming in. Today's little surf and turf. We got a little crab cakeage, guys. We're going to drop that right there and we're going to get a nice smash on this. And then guess what? We're going to mirror those seasonings. Little bit of black. Little bit of dust. And man, we're halfway home. You can see those juices popping up, and I tell you time and time again, that means it's almost done. Look at that. What? Holy moly. I'm telling you, it's going to be hanging over the bun. Hanging over. This is going to be yummy. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to hold that right there for safekeeping. It can hold right there. All right, now we got that bacon on there just holding tight. This new cheese that I was turned on to. It is a caramelized onion jack cheese. It is fan-damn-tastic. All right, let's get a little flip on this crab cake here. Look at that. Holy moly. We're going to put the same cheese right on top of there. And guys, she's ready to go. Ready to go. All right. Let's get this crab cake. We're going to set her right on top of that burger. We got a little surf and turf action coming your way. Little sneak of bacon, the caramelized onion jack cheese. Tell you what, all I need an ice cold Coors Light. You heard me right. Holy cow. On that Voodoo Red, this thing is ready to go. If Carlos was here, I think he'd say, forget about it. That thing's the goods. What you think of that bad boy there, Patrick?
That was horrible. I don't think anybody else should try it. I should probably test it first to make sure that it's still good. And that's quality control.
You know, it's funny. We come inside and we do the big bite that we put on TikTok. You know, hashtag addicted to TikTok. So, you know, a couple things here. Make sure you go like, follow, whatever the fuck it is you do at TikTok. Slater, you're right, man. That burger, it looks immaculate. I got to tell you, it was absolutely delish. It was, you know, we do that about once a week. We get out there on the Blackstone, on the Green Egg, on the whatever the fuck other grill I have, a Weber, and we just throw down and cook it up. And like I said, we've been doing burgers lately. And that burger was actually inspired by one of our former culinary students who made a surf and turf burger last year at Burger Showdown. Her name's Monet. And you could check her out at Chef Monet's Elevated Cuisine. Just find that on Facebook. I'd love to tell you I know where it's at, but, you know, I had a hard enough time just fucking checking in. Oh, man. Big Eddie C still DOA. He says he gives up. It's that kind of night, Big Eddie C. I feel you. Might as well just log into YouTube like everybody else and see what's going on. But we got to get that fixed, Big Eddie. See, we're 2 weeks in a row. So back to that burger, inspired by Chef Monet, and just she had an amazing burger. But she's a rookie to the competition scene, and last year she fared very well. Just didn't take home any of the prizes there.
Yep.
How many we got this year, there, Chef?
Right now we're sitting at around 15. And as you mentioned that.
I was talking to Chef Butter today. You know, this time of season, whenever you get that call, it's like, oh shit. But he's like, no, man, I just got to get the scoop. I got to stay up to date. I got to know what's going on. Well, it's easy. We're gonna sell out. That's what's going on. Number one. So you saw I threw a coupon code out there. This week's coupon code is Eurobake. It is capital EURO, capital B AKAE. All one word. All one word. So if you use that as your coupon code, you're going to get 20% off. Here's the rest of the haps. Gates are going to open at 3:30 for VIP, 4 o'clock for everybody else. I think some shit like that. Maybe it's. Am I right?
That sounds about right. Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, but that sounds about right.
I don't either, and we've already started the Jack Daniels, so we'll just call it that for now. Keep a look on the website. It's up on Voodoo Bash somewhere. At about 4 o'clock, I think DJ Glenn's going to hit the stage. All burger tasting is going to be open. Doesn't matter if you're VIP, if you're a burger taster. Doesn't matter. All burger tasting open. 15 teams. Possibly 16 by the end of the week. And let me tell you, I go out to eat all the time. We all know my favorite thing to make is reservations. But you can't go. I went for breakfast. How much was breakfast today? I dropped $20 on breakfast.
Yeah.
So not that we had breakfast this morning too. Maybe tomorrow too. Just thinking about it. We might have to drop that text out there. Anyway, it's $20 for a breakfast right now with that coupon. You're going to be sitting right around that $20 to get the burger tasting ticket, and you're going to taste 15, 16 burgers. I guarantee you're going to tap out before you taste them all. How do I know? Because I tap out every year. Every year. And somebody's going to come over and go, did you taste my burger? And I'm going to go, yeah. What was your favorite part? I'm going to say, let me get back to you, Pat. What the fuck was on that burger? I'm just kidding. I taste every single one. But you really are tapping out. I mean, it is that much food. And making an appearance as we speak right now to the VooDoo Chef podcast. Big Eddie C, what's going on, buddy?
There he is.
We'll have Jack at our trailer. Hey, Twisted, just so you know, if you got a trailer, you make sure and communicate with Pat because we need to know that like ASAP.
Yeah.
We're right now diagramming the whole outline for everything. So if you have a trailer, make sure you get a hold of Pat and let's have those conversations. And make sure you don't advertise that Jack to the world because we do have to follow very strict liquor guidelines. So, I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about. Like, does it even matter? Big Eddie C's in the building. What's up, buddy? What the fuck were we talking about? Breakfast. Uh-oh. No, I know you're coming in from Savannah, big dog. I just got to make sure that we don't just lock you into a normal space. We want to make sure you're comfortable, have room for your trailer. Big Eddie C, check your mic. Say something.
Yes.
No, we got the Minnie Mouse boy.
Yeah, Chipmunk in the Room or something?
Yeah, I'm not muted.
There we go.
Are you there now? Now, I altered your settings on my end to get rid of Minnie Mouse.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll say it again. Fuck you.
Dude, we had nothing to do with your computer challenges. Or at least that's
Listen,
the line
yeah, you
Patrick gives me every day.
Because I kept clicking that link, and then I realized I'm looking in the address bar, and that's not what's coming up. It's kind of like, I held out my hand. Somebody told me they were gonna give me a Hershey's Kisses, and it was a big pile of dog shit. So I typed it in manually, and it came up. So I don't know what happened. Doesn't matter. It's all good now.
I get yelled at. Patrick yells at me all the time. He says computers don't have problems. Users have problems,
Well, I mean, it's when you start tapping on the space bar over and over and the computer's not even in front of it.
Hey man, it is what it is. I was on a carbohydrate high at the time. We went to Waffle House, Big Eddie. See, it was it was a Waffle House morning. What could I say?
Which one did y'all go to?
The one on Hillsborough and Henderson, I think, or something like that.
Hillsborough and Hesperides, or whatever it is.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Right here.
You remember where the old Funland and Subway was on Hillsborough by the U-Haul? Right across the street.
Oh, okay. Vinny was in town the other day, and he went to the one on West Shore and said, never seen so many tattoos in his life. I said, you haven't even been to one of the most rascally ones, because that one on West Shore, that's for lightweights.
That's the yuppie one, man.
Yeah, if he thought he saw some sketchy people there, he ain't seen shit yet, man.
I ate at that one with Angelina one time, and I'm sitting there and I'm eyeballing this pilot about 3 booths away. So it was a while ago, because my fat ass could still fit in a booth at that time. And I'm eyeballing this pilot, and he gets up, and I'm like, I fucking knew it. It was Kiss's personal pilot, so I followed him out to his car, and I'm like, dude, man, I just wanted to say hello. And so now I have him on text, and every now and again I'll just shoot him a text. Nice guy. Didn't give me no tickets though, fucker. I know, right? Right? We'll take free tickets to Kiss.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Eddie, see, since we're talking about music, and in a minute we're going to talk about music at Bash. I was talking today that you and I are going to go see Wasp coming up here in November.
Yeah.
And we got to drive all the way over to the Palace past Orlando. So, and by Orlando, I mean Mickey Mouse World, because that's what everybody calls Orlando. Unless you're Patrick, then it's Universal World, whatever. He's got this new hotel down there, whatever. Since Blackie Lawless went crispy, and I'm going to sound like an episode of Seinfeld right here. Not that there's anything wrong with that. How is he going to sing some of these hits? Like Mean Man, he's a mean motherfucking man. And we won't even get into Animal. But how is he going to sing some of these hits? Is he going to keep them the way they were? Or is he going to do like he did in that one album where he remixed and changed everything?
From what I understand, he's revisiting the idea, because if that's what people want to see him go play, then he's going to do it. But I just saw something with him, and he said, we got a lot of songs to choose from. I'm not going to tell you what we're doing. And I'm fine with that, So I'm not too sure what he will or won't do. I mean, I've seen guys go all the way out there, and then they kind of come back to the middle. So, I don't know where he's at.
Hey, let's not bring Korn into the picture here.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, whatever, right? So
yeah, so I don't know where he's at with that. I mean,
you know what I think is going to be the all-determining factor, and he can talk as much crispy as he wants. At the end of the day, the determining factor is going to be that bank account.
Sure.
That's just my opinion. You get accustomed to a lifestyle, man.
If it's at the place where I went and saw Marillion, that's the one where I went through the triple check. You had to walk through the metal detector. They patted me down, and they wanted me because that was where the girl from The Voice got killed. And then 3 days later was Pulse. So all those shows over in that area, they're not fucking around no more, man.
I'm okay with that. I'm just going to go. I'm okay with that.
I'm fine.
I'm okay with that.
like, unlike whenever I've gone to anything in St. Pete anywhere anymore, nobody even looks at me. They're just like,
Come on in.
They just, I guess I don't look like whatever the prototype is, whatever that might be. Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not 24 and ugly and weird and stupid looking like most of the recent shooters are. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure what to think of it. I just figure, all right, if you don't want to, grab my bean bags, that's cool too. Because that's usually what it ends up being. Is I get some big gorilla looking fucker that feels me up, and it's like, that's my nutsack. Could you stop?
And he looks at you and says, "I'm your bear, big boy."
Yeah.
There ain't no better joy than a big butt boy.
Yeah, it was like the first time I went for the prostate exam. One of my buddies said, "You sure you didn't feel both his hands on your shoulder?"
But boom, that's an old joke, Eddie. See,
I know.
Oh, hey, let's talk entertainment here at Voodoo Bash because we keep talking burgers. We keep talking burgers. I got a call from IFA today. He's like, "Hey, is Mickey gonna judge?" All right. IFA, I love you. I hope you're watching, and I hope you know I love you. But you have to really understand, I have never seen an episode of Family Guy. Never. I've never seen an episode of Family Guy. The closest I've come to seeing an episode to Family Guy is being on the phone with you and it playing in the background and you saying, "Hey, I got to go. This is my favorite episode of Family Guy," which is actually every episode of Family Guy. Or walking into Ed's classroom and they have a picture of the guy from Family Guy up there looking like Ed Carmack. So I've never seen it. So he calls me to tell me he made a Kiss joke. He's like, "Hey, what's that Kiss song?" And I'm like, "I don't know." He goes, "The one on Family Guy?" I go, "Never seen Family Guy." Again. And he goes, and so I go, "What, Rock and Roll Night?" He goes, "Yeah, and have a wonderful day." And he starts laughing hysterically. And I'm going, "Dude, that's pretty funny." That's what Lois said. Remember? No, dude. Never seen the show. Only know Lois because you tell me about Lois. That's it. So, IFA, let's talk about real music. Let's talk about who's going to be at Bash. Big Eddie C. I mean, as well as I know, there's no other music like 80s hair metal, big arena rock, nothing like that. No offense to anybody.
As good as it gets. Second to none.
Scream Machine does nothing but play 80s hair metal, rock and roll. I cannot wait. I saw a video of them on Facebook the other day playing Quiet Riot, Bang Your Head. Man, I had a flashback to 1980 something at the Incarnation Church Carnival. There was a band playing in the backyard of a house that backed up to the carnival, and everybody was there looking over the fence, could care less about the little wacky house of mirrors. There's something about that genre and that time of music that just, I'll say, connects with people our age, Big Eddie C.
Yep. And if you weren't there or you weren't listening, you missed out. Your childhood was bereft of good shit. So,
what do they say today? You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
I know you're watching the show because, of course, everybody watches the VooDoo Chef podcast. I was making light of somebody's shoes today, and Patrick goes, "You have Drake to thank for those," and for a minute, Kanye. See? Same thing, right? Either way, my thing was going to be I was going to have to ask him who Drake was, but we definitely know I'd have to ask who fucking Kanye is because I don't even know who that is. Let alone, why do I give a fuck about a shoe he's wearing?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not like they're leopard print Pumas, custom designed by Paul Stanley for Puma, that they don't make in a 13.
Shit.
Right?
Yeah.
So let me tell you, Scream Machine is just going to fucking kill it. Going to kill it. And as always, Big Eddie C, you know what I get to do, right?
Well, hopefully hop on stage and play a little.
As of right now, I get to hop on stage and close the night with him, and I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Big Eddie C, I don't know if you've heard. Do you know who's opening for them?
No.
We're going outside the box.
All right.
The comedy of Johnny B.
Oh, dear.
How scary is that, right?
Oh, yeah. Hide your sheep. Yep.
We're on the radio with Johnny the other night, and he's like, "Last time I did a show with you, dude, I bombed. It was my worst show ever. We were outside. There was like a whole bunch of old ladies around, and I asked you, do you want me to go clean or dirty? And I said, and you told me, Johnny, you do you. And Will says, so you went clean, right? And Johnny's like, no, I went dirty. And he goes, Don Pablo's the only one in the back laughing. I said, no, it was me, my wife, and Don Pablo in the back laughing.
Just sounded like it.
And Don Pablo and I are laughing, and Marie's going, why are you laughing? I go, it's funny. You're laughing too. She goes, because you guys are all stupid.
Yeah, I'm laughing at you laughing at him.
Oh, but Johnny's going to come in and do, I don't know, 30 minutes right before we announce the winners of Burger Bash or Booty Food Fight, whatever we're fucking calling it, like it matters. Best burger in Tampa Bay, where they get the big-ass championship belt, and they get to walk around with that bitch like they're Ric Flair, giving the big old woo, which, by the way, don't even watch Ric Flair's last match. Don't do that to yourself. Keep that image of Ric Flair that you have in your mind from back in the heyday in your mind. Bypass his last match. So we're going to crown the Ric Flair, the 1990s Ric Flair, of burgers at this event. And then right before Johnny, we've got another artist, man. I mean, we're packed full. So DJ King Glenn's coming on right at the gate. DJ King Glenn, former culinary student, he's going to come on and he's going to be hitting, I don't know, whatever cool thing you say a DJ is going to do. That's exactly what he's going to do. Patrick, can you help us out with that one?
Not really.
Didn't think so.
Nope. Been hanging around with you too much.
Right after that, we've got Logan Real coming on. Logan, another culinary student, coming in, wants to go into hip hop. He has his own recording studio. He makes these videos he sends me, and it's a flashback to the 1980s video jukebox that used to come on after the TV went off. We might have to censor him, Big Eddie C. We're gonna have to keep that out there.
Oh, no.
It's a family event. It's a family event. I mean, I don't know what this means, but there's a lot of that happening, and well, we're gonna have to keep an eye on him, After he's got like a 20-minute set, just long enough for him to put his flavors out there, but short enough for us to take him down if we have to. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Because once he starts, if we realize something's wrong, where we're at these days, it might take us 5-10 minutes to actually get out there and stop him. We're slow these days. We're not as quick and spry as we like to think.
Oh, I am far from it.
We'll just we'll get in our little earpieces there and go, hey, Spider Marvin, we got a problem, and we'll be good.
Trust me, dude, I understand with this not being able to feel my left foot that much. I saw one of those dog food commercials the other day, and they had one of those it was like a fucking wiener dog or something. The thing had like the little chariot attached to his legs. I'm like, holy shit, that's me. The gimpy dog that needs the fucking, little spinning wheels to get around because his back legs don't work. It's me.
Oh, dude, I think I walk the way I walk because of all the impressions I used to make of Joanne back in the day, and a lot of other people. So right after we got Logan Real, Big Eddie C, we've got a gentleman who I'm like super stoked to have met. He was on the podcast last week while you were out, and I enjoyed hanging out and chatting so much. We're bringing him back today, and he's like, I'm just gonna say it. You know, you make a lot of Kiss references. So what? He's like Kiss of the 70s to me today. So he's like I'm going to use the word hip hop. Like I even know what that means. He's in the back taking a drink of something right now, so I'm probably wrong. He's in the green room going, shit, he said hip hop, old motherfucker. I'm going to use the word, he's the Kiss, the Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, Ace Frehley, Peter Criss of hip hop today, because I only know him by his pseudonym. I must text this guy like 2-3 times a year going, hey, dude, what's your real name so I can program you? And I never program him because to me, he is and always will be Top Ramen. Homie, what is going on?
Hello. How y'all doing?
We'll just keep the mystery out there, man. You're fucking Top Ramen.
That is true. That is very true. Yeah.
So Big Eddie C, hey, look at that fucking studio.
I know. There's like
Yeah, we set vibes over here. That's really what it is.
What did you say, vibe?
Yeah, we set a little vibe going. Me and my other roommate, we've been working on music all day today, so that's why it looks like this. We're just like in a certain setting.
Dude, that's very cool.
Yeah.
So Big Eddie C, let me give you a little background on the ramen if you don't know. It's a noodle dish that
It's true.
so ramen
From Japan.
actually went to Jefferson High School. We won't say the year. We'll protect all that. And he was in our boy Dave Hillard's class.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hillary too? Oh, I love this. Okay, y'all just a whole community. That makes sense.
And he was, doing culinary, but he went to work in our industry. And we'll keep it a secret because we don't need all the ramen fans, showing up at Ichikoro trying to like get his autograph and shit. That he really doesn't work at Ichikoro.
Ichikoro sponsor me though. No, I'm just kidding.
He's like high end ramen. And he's working our industry and he's out there doing hip hop. And I can relate because, back when I graduated from Jefferson High School, I went to work in the restaurants because all I wanted to do is play guitar. And dude, I mad respect what you're doing. More importantly, that song we played last week, Pina Colada, the breakup song or whatever it was. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. I'm right though. Pina Colada, right?
Yeah, no, Pina Coladas, yeah.
Yeah, it was jamming. And we put the music on and we're sitting here and I'm listening to this and I'm going, this is cool, that heavy guitar riff and the the vibe of the way you were delivering words. I'm not that guy, Big Eddie.
I got you. No, you're good.
Not even going to pretend to be. But it wasn't what I expected. And am I right when I say hip hop?
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, when we made that song, it was literally like we made the song without any guitar riffs, and it was already like sounding like aggressive, and then we added that and just added that extra flair. And I love crossing genres regardless. I'll mix anything with anything. So I was like, oh, this is great aggression.
So when do I get to write a guitar riff for your music?
I'm available all the time. Let's do it. Let's run it. Like I said, I'm working heavily on music, so yeah, we're kind of going everywhere. So I'm bound to explore and have a good time.
So whenever you want to collab, you let me know. For sure. We got a lot of people checking in. Let's see what's going on here. Slater is saying, aha, ramen. Whatever the fuck that means. Top ramen noodles, top quality music, and Slater, ooh, yes. Slater's in the other room right across from you, isn't he?
No. Slater is
I'm just kidding, man. So Big Eddie C, Jefferson alum, out doing his thing, out working, and out doing what he does. Just killing it. He is going to be doing, Ramen's going to be doing, what are you doing, a 45-minute set?
You said 35 minutes. I don't want to do all that. I don't know if I have all that. Yeah. 35 minutes for sure.
Dude, I didn't know. Big Eddie C's in charge of the music.
No,
hey, we got Mark Edwin checking in. So Ramen's going to be doing a 35-minute set, Pat. We might need to update that thing there.
It's 35.
See?
Yeah,
see, we're all over
We're
it.
on top of it.
We're all over it. Can I collab with you? Can you and I do a song together?
What do you want to do?
Wait, no. We'll talk about that off air. How
yes,
about
sir.
Johnny B and myself do a song with you?
I'm here for it. Let's run it. I'm here for it.
I just want to know if you're down.
I said I'm down. I don't know how to say it in any other language. Pick up one of those beautiful guitars back there and let's run it.
Big Eddie C. Maybe you get involved in this.
Anything's possible, man. I'm not like ashamed to get up there and fuck up. Sure.
Exactly. We're teachers. That's what we do every day.
Yeah,
Sorry, youth of America.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about that. Stick around after we go off air. Stay in the green rooms, and we'll talk about that and see if we can pull that off. We're going to have to bring in DJ King Glenn to get involved too, but he'll hook us up. I have no worries about that. All right. So hey, you're hearing it here first. You're going to get the VooDoo Chef, Big Eddie C, and a Top Ramen collab at no freestyle shit, man. We're old. We can't be doing that. No freestyle.
I'm not going to freestyle. You don't have to freestyle.
you don't have to freestyle either. I got this on lock. We're gonna bring you to us rather than us come to you, dude. I don't think we can pull that off. You're young. You're still under warranty. We're gonna bring you to us.
I've never heard that. I love that. That's funny.
But I got you, man.
I use that every day now. But, oh, sorry, I can't do that.
So hey, tell us. You know, I'll sit here and ramble all fucking day. Everybody knows that. Tell us everything about Top Ramen. Give us all the deets, everything. Where can we catch you? Tell us about your crew, your group. And no, I'm not trying to sound cool, but you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. It's okay. So, Top Ramen. I'm from Virginia. Moved here when I was 4. So Tampa's all I know. So I definitely claim that. All I care about is hip hop and how I could transform it, bring old school to new, and all that. I'm part of a group called Lucid Entertainment (LCD). And yeah, a bunch of homies over there. We got a bunch of creatives, and we all love to come together and just, do great things. Yeah.
So where can we find
you? Sorry about that. Top Ramen on everything. So it's TOPRAMIIN. It's the same everywhere. So Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the fun stuff. Spotify, Apple Music, same thing. Boom.
All right, Big Eddie C, check your phone. Tell me if we can pull that off. Don't say what it is. Just tell me if you think we could pull that off. Easy, right?
Oh yeah. You can do that. Yeah.
Easy peasy lemon squeeze. I'm like being such a horrible podcast guy right now because like we're having so many back end conversations. Dead air. All right, Ramen, don't announce it. Just tell me if you can pull this off. I sent you a text.
Ooh.
Can you pull that off?
No, I'm horrible. I know.
You can't do that?
I can't. I wish I could. I would. You look so disappointed in me.
You really can't pull that off?
I could hum for you. I got you for sure.
You're doing that with us.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's really set. All right, so I'll let the cat out of the bag. I wanted to do Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang. And Ramen's like, I don't know that one.
I don't know word for word.
I made that up. That isn't what I text him.
I read
it. But we'll talk in the green room afterwards. We gotta keep going here. I want to play your song, and that's why I want to like stop having all these back end conversations. I think I uploaded it into my system here. I think we're good. Patrick, you just put a link up. What's that? To all Ramen stuff?
So that's for the last album that just came out, and then on the bottom of it, I believe it had all of the Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all those links on there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Ramen, so make sure you hit that link, check them out, like, follow, share, whatever the fuck it is you do. While you're doing that, share this right now. If you're watching us on Facebook, hit share. If you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe, ring the bell. All the things I'm supposed to say right here. Just do them. You guys know them better than I do because I just pretend to know them. They tell me what I'm supposed to say. I try to remember. I really don't care. We're going to do this every week, whether you do it or not. So just, do the thing. Ramen, give us some background. And I want you to know that I'm like all hip and everything. I'm not going to say Master 2T this time. No, tell us about Radio Blues and what we're going to be listening to here.
So Radio Blues is kind of our interpretation. I just wanted to like play around with a radio voice, so I did that in the beginning. And it's not really a actual topic to the song. It's just more to be a free freestyle basically. But yeah, but it's like a new radio hit is what it's supposed to be. So that's why Radio Blues. And it's featuring my voice.
Is this freestyle? Do you freestyle the whole thing?
I freestyle, but in the freestyle in the sense of like a no topic, that type of shit. So it's more like just a no topic type of situation. More like, oh my God, I just heard my song on the radio for the first time. That's kind of what it is, but it's smooth. And of course, it's with Alex Said, who produced everything.
What'd he say?
Alex said everything. Alex said to make that beat, and he did. And so, he produced the whole song, and it's super smooth, and I hope you enjoy. Yeah.
Well, let's check it out right now. Here we go. This is my man, Top Ramen with Alex Said, Radio Blues. Patrick, hold up that bottle so I can see it while I hit play.
Ramen's new track. We're going to take a few callers here. Caller number 1, you're on the line. Was that track hot or not?
Oh my God, that was so hot. I need it more. What was his name again?
It was Top Ramen and Alex Said. I guess we didn't listen, but on to caller number 2.
Yeah. I thought it was okay. The beat was solid. It had a little thump to it. I really liked the guitars and the little key lines were pretty all right.
Okay.
They rap pretty okay. I like some of the bars.
I think we have another caller on the line.
I thought it was all right. I really like the texture of the music. Like it's engineered just so well. And I really seem to like it. And it sounds very good in the speakers.
Why does he keep calling us?
I do like it.
He's called us like 5 times this week.
Who the people again? Anyways, it was all right. I like the way the song was. But I don't know if there was much of a message. They just add some of that in, guys. They might be all right.
Oh, you definitely accidentally played the end, but it's okay. There we go.
You're coming in live to Top Said Radio, where the smooth gets smoother. Brand new Alex Said Top Ramen track. Grab that blunt because it will be used. Exclusive. Never before heard. Never before rapped. We in this bit. You heard? Yeah. Yo, I pity the fool, moving so vicious and cruel, hanging with goblins and ghouls, eating up trying to be cool, putting more fire to fuels, not really fighting the duels, greedy from diamonds and jewels, more like you silent subdued. Money, cash, and ventures adding up to no credentials, verses turning into lectures while I'm passing your projections. The fruit of my labor always be the fucking ripest. Journey from the jungle, swiftly dodging all the vipers. I got red in my eyes, I may be little high, devil's faces steady rise, screaming out Jesus Christ. Today was a good day, ice cube in my iced tea, 6 in the morning. Why you trying to fight me? Yeah. It was just 6 in the morning. Why you trying to fight me? It was just 6 in the morning. Why you trying to fight me?
For what I be selling, they waiting online. Stacking up cheddar, I've been on my grind. I've been doing it for years, blood, sweat, and tears, so I wouldn't have to come from behind. The moment I sign is the moment you've all been waiting for. If you ain't buying what you came in for, tell me what team are you playing for, homie, shorty. I've been trying to say what's up. Lately I've been in the cut. I ain't playing if you sus. While women always wanna fuss. Man, I swear we on the cusp of something greater. Might be now or later, but I promise you can trust. I'm learning math, all while I'm counting this money. And you know I got a gun, no it's not a stunt, you cannot take it from me. I'm protecting what is mine, stay behind the line if you trying to rush me. I can do it anytime, spit it any rhyme, you never catch me rusty. You can never catch me slipping, never catch me lacking, dipping lanes, switching in and out of traffic. I ain't never slowing down, no, yeah. You can never catch me slipping, never catch me lacking. taking different lanes, switching in and out of traffic. I ain't never slowing down, no, no, no. Yeah.
We're coming in live. That was Alex Said and Top Ramen's new track. We're gonna take a few callers here. Caller number 1, you're on the line. Was that track hot or not?
Oh my God, that was so hot. I needed more. What was his name again?
It was Top Ramen and Alex Said. I guess we didn't listen, but on to caller number 2.
Yeah. I thought it was okay. The beat was solid. It had a little thump to it. I really liked the guitars and the little key lines were pretty alright.
Okay.
They rap pretty okay. I like some of the bars.
I think we have another caller on the line.
I thought it was alright. I really like the texture of the music. Like it's engineered just so well. And I really seem to like it. And it sounds very good in this.
Why does he keep calling us?
I do like it.
He's called us like 5 times this week.
Who are the people again? Anyways, alright. I like the way the song was. But I don't know if there was much of a message. They just add some of that in, guys. They might be alright.
Dude, that was like super, super cool. And I just caught on with what you were saying. When I started it, I have it on a loop because I was listening to this before everybody came in, and I forgot to unclick the loop so that it started at the beginning. But that's okay. We got to hear more of it, and that was super cool. What was really cool is how those people were calling in while you were at the recording studio. I'm just kidding, dude. That was cool. I like the vibe of that, though, and I'm listening to the music in the background, and you got those, like little keys happening in the back, and a nice beat going there, totally different from the song we heard last week, which is some nice versatility.
That was the point of the project. I wanted to make sure I could get every style that I wanted. This was honestly just exercising, figuring out what I wanted to do personally, which is fun too because it's just creating all this fun stuff. Also, shout out to my homie Cyan for being the vocal at the end.
Dude, I said this last week. When I go to the music store, when I go to Apple Music, it's straight to 80s hair metal. When I go on whatever Ed has in his car, that music thing, it's straight to Hair Nation. So I don't diverse too much. It's just how I'm built. But I absolutely dig both songs that we heard from you, man. I think that's super cool. I do got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed you don't know the song I sent you.
Okay. You win some, you lose some. It's okay.
So I said, a little behind the scenes, Pat, I know you feel a little left out. I sent Ed first, and he's like this. And then I sent Ramen. I said, Ramen, what about P. Diddy, All About the Benjamins? And he's like, yeah, I don't know that song. How do you not know P. Diddy? He's like an icon.
That really wasn't right now.
That really wasn't the song. I do know that one, though.
I do know Vanilla Ice somewhere. No, apparently not.
Absolutely don't know that one. Oh wait, I do because that's Queen. So.
Oh yeah, they technically They said
I do know that.
I completely forgot that.
So Ramen, what can we expect to hear from you at Bash?
You're going to hear a couple of things that's familiar and a couple, of course, from the project as well. So you're going to hear those two. Oh, well, not the last song, but
when you say familiar, do you mean you're going to play like what I would call cover songs, like other people's music?
Familiar to me, I guess. It's already out.
I might hear the songs we played here today.
I was going to say, you're definitely going to hear the songs we played here today, but also I played a couple that I did last time. I'm definitely going to run them back again. And then I have 2 unreleased tracks that I want to throw out for y'all too.
So I suck. We all know that. I suck with remembering dates, times, names, pretty much everything unless it has to do with VooDoo. Or giving student money to go to school. Nothing wrong with that, right? When you played a song for me when we first met, what I remember is your energy and the love that you put into what you do. What song was that?
That was... I played 2 songs. So I don't remember which one you saw, but I know I did Bother Me, which is on the project.
I don't feel so bad anymore now.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, hey, that was like...
You don't remember. I don't feel bad.
It was Bother Me and...
Bother Me is the one that I like.
Yeah, Bother Me is the one with Alex Said. So that's part of this project, and we're definitely going to perform that.
Is that on iTunes?
Yeah. It's going to be on the Do Better EP. It's on.
It is on iTunes right now.
Yes.
So you guys get out there and check that out. That's the one that got me super excited about Ramen and getting him involved with what we do. Of course, it has a lot to do with the fact that he's a culinary student and went to alma mater. But had the music sucked, we would have really quickly just moved on, not in a bad way. But it is what it is. He got me excited, and I'm excited that you're playing with us, man.
I'm excited to be here. Yeah, I'm ready to do that on August 13th. I'm ready.
So before we let you go, are you ready for the final 5?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let's do it.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let's do it. So one thing we like to do is ask our guests 5 questions that let us into a little bit about them through the questions. Not that we stole this from that Lupton guy on the fucking movie show, but our questions don't suck. Actually, they're just shit we care about rather than him.
Right, I'm here for it.
Ralph Lupton, that was his name, right?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. I believe you.
Oh, no, Ralph Lupton owned Lupton's Barbecue. I'm confusing it. He was a great man. He was president of the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association and did a lot to help students. You like how I just weaved that in? All right, Ramen, here we go. Final 5 questions. What was your favorite television show as a child?
Oof, that's a hard one. I feel like I was addicted to television. I'll say The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I love that show. Or like Everybody Hates Chris. Both of those.
Now, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, how do you feel about the situation? I mean,
it's a little rough.
Precursor to the tortilla fight.
It's a little rough, but I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. People have mental health. That's all I could think about.
Did you say people mess up?
Yeah.
Big Eddie C. It goes back to what one of our favorite people on the planet. And just so you know, I don't keep many things on my desk. I've got generally a bottle of Jack, always a deck of cards. Thanks to one of my new friends, one of my teaching books. And as always, Big Eddie C. I Like Killing Flies, my favorite movie, sits on my desk. Big Eddie C, did Will Smith fall victim to society putting him on a pedestal, or is Will Smith just an asshole? Or both?
Probably a little bit of both. I mean, it's just he got torn up by his own community on that. It was kind of like, so, another dude is banging your wife and you do nothing, but a guy makes a joke and you get up and slap him on that. Your priorities are kind of fucked, but, whatever. I generally try to look at it like this. You got to be, if you're going to be one of these people, like in the fucking, it's the douchebag millennial generation that can't seem to separate the art from the artist because they don't understand context and nuance. It's like these people have never had their moral view challenged. So I don't really think anything different of Will Smith. He just had a bad moment. I don't know what led up to it, but I think people that are unable to appreciate his work because of that, man, you need to walk on back to Clifford the Big Red Dog, because if shit's too complex, stick with the fucking toddler stuff, man. That's just how I look at it. I mean, when I was growing up, I can remember, because I'm old now, and I can remember how bad everybody said Roman Polanski was because he had relations with a minor. It's like, well, yeah, that's terrible, but the motherfucker made Rosemary's Baby, which is still one of the most creepy, evil movies ever. I don't look at it like that. I mean, who's left? If we looked at every musician and said, well, they did something bad, I'm not going to listen to their shit. But dude, who are we left with? It's no different from him. It's like, you're going to sit there and litigate every actor's bad deeds and throw everything they did in the shitter. I'm not. I mean, I don't.
It's got to go back to our I Like Killing Flies philosophy, Big Eddie C. We create the pedestals that we put these people on only to knock them off. You know, we can't create the pedestals and then knock them the fuck off too. I mean, I like Will Smith. And when I tell you I like Will Smith, I like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, always have. I like Independence Day, always have. And that's about as far as I can go because I don't know many more of his movies. But if you ask me if I like Will Smith, the person, I don't fucking know. Never met him. Don't know his values. Don't know his morals. Only what the fuck we see on TV. And that goes for everybody else out there. If you know him and you know him like that, you can fill me in. Hook me up so I can make a better judgment on him, the person. Other than that, I'm still going to watch Fresh Prince because that's fucking funny as fuck TV.
Yeah, it's fun.
And Big Eddie C, it goes back to something that a good friend of mine said the other day. There are things that should be emotionally and artistically driven. Your entire life should not be one of them. So, you know what? Those of you who are out here letting all that shit drive your life and fucking Will Smith being part of that drive, find better shit to do. All right, back to our final five, if I can find it.
Should have never said Fresh Prince. You're like, I hate Will. No,
just wait. We're gonna. I love Will Smith. Fresh Prince is one of my favorite shows.
Classic. Good stuff. I love it too, man.
Without the Fresh Prince, we would never have the Carlton, which is like, and Carlton is one of the funniest dudes ever. It's not that I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't watch Catch 21.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Fred, Top Ramen, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Old motherfucker.
Be like that.
Bourbon or beer? And just so you know, I don't know if you watch all the glasses that keep going up. Bourbon or beer?
I'll say bourbon. I'm not a big beer fan.
All right, more specifically, bourbon or Tennessee whiskey?
I don't know if I have that much information to say it, but it seems like I'm being pressured right now to say Tennessee whiskey.
No pressure.
But I'm definitely going bourbon still.
Great answer in Tennessee whiskey.
You didn't hear me, but it's okay.
I heard you. I'm a teacher. I'm good at pretending. Question number three. And good choice. Big Eddie C's a beer drinker. He likes those heavy beers, those not light beers, heavy beers. I drink Coors Light. He likes like
IPAs and stuff.
Names longer than I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was drinking Donkey Reef the other day. Was that you, Pat?
It was.
Big Eddie C, how would you rate Donkey Reef on a 1 to 10?
Reef Donkey is. I don't know if I could give it a number rating. It's a really good, middle of the road beer. It's not too hoppy. It's not too heavy.
You summed it all up when you said middle of the road. We were at a restaurant, and that's what they go for.
Yep.
I love it. There's nothing better than a nice big tall boy. I've polished off a whole 4-pack of that before, man. It's crushable. It's good shit, man.
What's the APV on that?
I think it's around 6. I'm looking here. We were talking about beer and bourbon, and this year the what do you call it? What is it? This year's what the hell is it? Can't find it. Bourbon County Brand Stout is quite interesting looking. You're not a big one, but you probably love this. Bourbon County Brand Stout.
15% beer.
It's going to drive me crazy.
What are you saying there, Patrick?
The Bourbon County one that he's talking about, it's from a place called Goose Island Brewery.
It's Goose Island. And what do you call it? InBev bottom. But listen to this. This year's, what do you call it? They have different varieties, but the base one is going to be blended from barreled, aged in 4 different whiskeys. There's going to be Heaven Hill, 4 Roses, Wild Turkey, and Buffalo Trace.
1 that Patrick is drinking now, and 4 that I never had.
Well, I've never had any of them. I'm not even sure I've had wild turkey. Shit.
I've had wild turkey and I've had Four Roses.
No, I know the other ones, but for a beer to be aged a little bit, like a combo of things aged in all those different barrels, I'm all over that, man. Like fucking.
I would definitely try that. I would definitely try that, but without going into detail, Big Eddie C, you remember what happened last time you and I were drinking beer. It was not pretty.
Well, no, I was in public, but if I get a bottle of this, you'll have to come over and sample it.
Well, that's a true statement. We were in public, and I'm going to say, show of hands in the room. Me and Eddie C will keep our hands down. Who thinks I was the problem in public?
Oh, can I vote regardless?
Who thinks Big Eddie C was the problem in public?
I don't know you enough, but it seems like
it was Big Eddie C, dude. No, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled.
It was me.
I'll put him away, and the reason he doesn't do it in public is because of what happened to us that night.
I'm not a good person.
we're gonna stop right the fuck there, and we're gonna go on to the next question. As a matter of fact, let's see here. All right, Top Ramen. What's your favorite cut of steak? And wait, just so you know, I swear to God, if you say Pepsi over having to do with anything, we got to kick you out.
I don't even know what that would mean.
And if you say you're vegetarian, we have to cut you off the bill. Okay? What's your favorite cut of steak, and to what temperature do you have it cooked?
Favorite cut of steak is apparently impossible. No, I'm fucking kidding. You said, "Oh my God!"
You know, there's the new Impossible replacement. You know, they created the Impossible Burger. Now there's a better one. They make it out of beef.
Interesting.
All right, so what's your favorite cut of steak, and to what temperature do you have it cooked?
I always go medium regardless, but damn it, I'm trying to think of it. I'm gonna be bougie, filet mignon. I just like the way it tastes.
Easy answer. Yeah. My favorite steak is whichever one somebody's going to cook for me, and I like it medium rare. How about that steak we had yesterday, Pat? The sirloin to 140 degrees at 40 hours in the sous vide in the ancho marinade, whatever Carlos put it in. That's the same stuff we had the tacos made out of that day. Oh my God!
I'll try it as well. If you need some help.
Carlos is like, do you want to take some home? I'm like, no. Next time I want it, I'll just call you, dude. I know. I love you, brother. I wasn't using you. All right, here we go. Ramen, what's your favorite song?
Oh man, you're about to open a gate. I have no idea. My favorite songs change every day.
Well, that's a great answer, but. Just so you know, we did give you these questions in advance, dude. I mean,
I know. I read.
Man, I don't know. That's a great question.
I mean, I still haven't thought about it. I don't know. Let me see. I'll say, be careful. I just scroll through the old.
But you're absolutely true. It does change every day based on your emotions, your feelings, what you're going through.
Okay, I'll say one of my.
About that all the time. So right now, what's your favorite song?
I'll tell you my favorite go-to songs by Roy Ayers. It's an old jazz song. Everybody Loves the Sunshine. I just love that song.
Everybody Loves Sunshine?
I love the Sunshine.
You're a guy. Do you know that song?
I know I've heard some by Roy Ayers. I can't remember that one specifically.
It's from 1976, but I mean, I'm a sucker for old school jazz and neo soul and all that stuff.
There you go.
So yeah, that's kind of a go-to happy pleasure. I love playing that song. I learned a lot of my music too, also through sampling. So hip hop samples a lot, and it samples older jazz. So that's probably where I get that from.
Just so you know, we're doing a collab.
I'm here for it.
Start working on your VooDoo lyrics. Just saying.
Don't be nasty. I promise.
We just got to throw this out here real quick. Eswin says Top Ramen is the bitch. I don't know if that's good or bad.
This is in this, meaning that he's here.
In this bitch. I'm supposed to wear
I think you
glasses.
just wanted to call me a bitch, but I can't tell.
No, sir. No, sir. I wouldn't have called you a bitch. I'm supposed to wear glasses, and I don't. Big Eddie C, you'll be happy to know I pick up my glasses in a week. Top ramen is bitch. So they used to call me Four Eyes. Now I'm getting my glasses. Now they call me Eight Eyes. Boom, boom. All right, Top Ramen. Last question on our little thing here. Top Ramen is the bitch. The first thing was accurate. That's from Slater. Got some nice friends out there,
like these. Who needs enemies?
Shout out to Eswin.
Got some nice friends.
They love me, I promise.
Eswin says, bruh. I get called that all the time. Dude, bruh, what's wrong with you, bruh? You can't come in. Signed, his manager. Slater.
Shout out to Slater too.
Slater, just so you know, Ramen said your 10% just dropped to 5.
Yep, that was true. I'll have my people call his people. It's okay. No, it's
All right, Ramen, last question. What is your death row meal? You're going to be executed tonight. You get your death row meal, whatever you want. What is it?
Okay, this might be
We're coming
biased.
to you, Sam Creighton. Don't go away.
It's gonna be biased as hell because I used to work at Edison, but a lot of their food there is like fucking fire. I don't know. Have you ever heard of Edison Food and Drink Lab?
Yeah. Genie,
I used
right?
to- yeah. They have one of my favorite meals is an avocado leaf seared yellowfin tuna, and you could shoot me right after that. I'm A-okay. We're done.
Really? It's that easy.
I mean, I don't know. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's a really good meal.
That was
Do I
it.
need more?
It's yellowfin tuna. Boom, done. Bye.
Boom, gone.
Wow.
Man, you're easy.
Oh wait, I lied. And a butter. The same thing from. What is it called? Damn. Oh my god. The butter cake from there too. It's really fire. And then I'll just boom. It's a butter cake.
Oh, the butter cake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, just so you know, most people say, you know, Chef, I'd like one of your hamburgers for my death row meal.
That's what I actually say. You just didn't. You got to speed it up. You got just subliminal. You reverse it backwards.
Hey, Ramen, man, I love that you come in. We got a lot of people coming in, throwing you some love real quick. Just so you know, Slater said we're increasing from 10 to 30, but it's cool. Rubber Band Chan saying 10 for 10 recommended. And we've got all kinds of people checking in for VooDoo. Sam Creighton checking in. It's actually his son doing the typing for him. And then my main man, JP checking in. JP does all of our printing, guys. I don't care what you're looking for, what you're needing. You hunt this guy out. You hunt him out. You can find him at FedEx, Kinko's, whatever the fuck you call it. I'm old. I still call it Kinko's. You can find him all around Tampa, but you got to hunt him out because he keeps promoting him. But the guy's so hot. When he went to the store out in Lakeland, I still sent him my shit and had it mailed to me because, as us young bloods would say, it just hits different, right? It just hits different. And when JP's making my stuff, it just hits different. And you know, he's going to be out there at VIP Bash, at VooDoo Bash, whatever we got coming up in a couple weeks where this guy's performing. Look for him. He's going to have on one of those backstage passes, hanging out with you know, all the cool kids, And don't confuse it with that movie where Adam Sandler pees his pants. All the cool kids are doing it. Different thing.
Understood.
But Ramen, man, nothing but love, man. I cannot wait to hear you perform live. It's been a year. We're inside this time. Radio's been super loud. You know, hit me up about checking out the venue. I think I'm going to be out there later this week.
Say less. All right. Sounds good. Yeah, man. It was a pleasure.
Hey, Ramen, man, nothing but love. Until VooDoo Bash, we'll check you soon, my friend.
See you guys.
Love, brother. Oh, man. Big Eddie C, I just have fun with that guy, and the fact that we got him on our music lineup, I'm like super stoked.
It's going to be fun, man. I'm excited.
I am like super stoked. So, Patrick, you you and I were exchanging a couple texts. We got a real timeline while we were playing music and talking. What time do VIPs get entrance?
So VIPs now get in at 3 o'clock, and then general admission is at 3:30.
So VIP, if you got one of those VIP passes, you get in at 3 p.m. And if you don't have your VIP pass, jump on to VooDooBash.com. I'm going to tell you, there's not many left, guys. In that VIP space, you've got some cool things happening. So Chef's in charge of the burger event. He's got all of the judges scoring the burgers in the VIP space. So you'll be able to hear the conversations of the judges, hear what they're talking about, hear what they're looking for in the burger, and meet these folks. You're going to get to meet, we've got our education people, we've got our community people. Not that we don't want to show those people love, but I get it. But we've got some culinary badasses judging this thing too. You hear us talk about Carlos. Carlos is one of the most badass chefs out there on the planet. To me, he's always going to be 14-year-old Carlos who was in our class. And him and I just run around, hanging out, running around Philadelphia at competitions, running around Chicago, him hanging out with my family. That's who Carlos is to me. But when you watch him cook and you watch him present, the guy is just like a rock star. He knows his food. He knows his flavors. He's catered for the best. He's catered for Beyonce, for Madonna, for the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, you're going to get to hear this guy sit there and taste burgers. Don't think you're going to, man, Carlos said that burger was shit. None of these burgers are shit. These burgers are all going to be top-notch, off the chart. But you're going to get to meet Carlos. You're going to get to meet, I know Chef Shane Shively is going to be hanging around the judges. I know that we've got my boy Tom Pilla from Heinz is a judge. You've got a representative from Heinz Ketchup judging this event. You've got Barbecue Hall of Famer Leanne Whippen judging this event. You've seen her on Food Network. You've seen her on everything. She's competed everywhere. She's judging this event. You're going to get to meet her and sit there and ask her questions and say, so what did you like? What did you not like? And the learning that takes place there, who we kidding? You'll be able to take your pictures, okay? And then if you just saw the Nathan's Hot Dog Championship, Mickey was the winner for the female division. She's a judge. Wow. She's a judge. She didn't win last year. She won 8 of the last 9 years. And the only reason she didn't win that other one is she had a kid. She took time off to have a baby. Wow. So you're going to get to sit there and hang out with Mickey. You're going to get a meet and greet with all the band. You're going to get a meet and greet with Johnny B. Pat Big Eddie C and myself will be hanging out in that space as well. We'll let you know the times we're going to be there so you can go out and taste your burgers at that time. You're going to get to meet Ramen. You're going to get to meet Logan Real. You're going to get to meet everybody in that VIP space. Very few spots left. Log on to VooDooBash.com. Use the coupon code EuroBake, all one word, capital E, capital B, and get your tickets. Take 20% off. If you want to get a Voodoo VIP and come the night before and get that 5-course tasting, same code will work. Same code will give you 20% off. At that event, you've got Chef Shane Shively. You've got Catering by the Family. You've got Max Sherrard. Max and I were on the phone today. Max is doing an octopus dish that is going to blow your mind. We've got Chef Craig Monroe, whose partner in crime is Chef Robert Hess, who was on Hell's Kitchen twice cooking the entree, and then Chef Carlos cooking the dessert. The dessert's mad crazy. Mad crazy. All paired with Gallo wines, a few other surprises that night. That ticket too. Take 20% off. Use that EuroBake code. Whatever you got to do, you do you. But what you don't want to do is miss out. Log on to VooDooBash.com. I think we end at 10 o'clock. That's about right, Chef?
10 or 11, yeah. Pull back up. Give me 30 seconds here. Turn clock, yep.
All right, so we got one more segment of this little gimmick here. We're starting our Q&As. If you want to write us a question, we'll tell you about that in a minute. But we've got to take a second and check in with Sam Creighton. You guys know Sam Creighton is the voodoo ambassador that we love to hate. We give him such a hard time, don't we, Big Eddie C?
Deservedly so.
I think if there was a Marvel movie, I think Sam might be the superhero and Big Eddie C might be the arch villain. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah, that'd be me. Whichever villain you want me to be. I'd like Doc Ock or Doc Dick or whatever the fuck.
Sam would be Real Master Man, and Big Eddie C would be Fire Hydrant Man and coming to blow out his fire and shit. Or should we go better? He would be Trivia Man, and you would be
Wet Blanket.
Fuck
That'd
you,
be
you're
me.
wrong.
Fucking Flat Tire Man.
Oh man, everybody hates the undefeated champion.
Gee. Here we go again.
Sam, who's typing? You or your son? Who's typing, Sam? You or your son? That's all I want to know. You know what?
Amy typed that. Everything's spelled right.
That's fucking funny, Ed. Oh, let's see here. How can we get Sam in the group? Let's see if I can invite him in. I don't know how to invite him. I need my glasses that I don't have yet. But, I got it. We go here. And we go here. All right, let's see if we can get Sam in the room here. Sam might be driving. So, we'll see. Yeah, I can't even private text.
Yeah, let me fix that for you. That was the champ herself. Yeah, fixed it for you, Sam.
The champ herself. That would be Amy Creighton, who Big Eddie C thinks feeds Sam all the answers.
Yeah, we know who's the brains in that operation there.
So let me tell you about Sam. Sam is one of our longest supporters. Sam and I met at Irwin. Sam was teaching history, and he's pretty locked down on that education stuff. But he had the opportunity to just venture out and enter into the family business, and they kill it. They kill it big time. And they're huge supporters of the VooDoo Chef Foundation and everything we do. And much love to the entire Creighton family for that. But this year, Sam's actually competing in the best burger in Tampa Bay. Sam's no dummy. Sam has recruited the barbecue nerds to come in and be on his team. And I've had the opportunity to hang out with the nerds. Man, they took some voodoo. And I'm not going to talk about what they did, because I think they're actually going to be serving some of that stuff at the bash here. But man, they took some dirt and made me some amazing, yummy goodness. I'm not going to give any hints, but we all know one of my weaknesses is cookies. I absolutely love cookies. So make sure you check out their tent and see what they're creating. Log on to Facebook. Check out Big Green Eggheads at Tampa Bay. Sam just posted that his son is coming, going to be part of that team. Absolutely amazing. That guy's a rock star, absolute rock star. His daughter sleeps in a VooDoo t-shirt. I mean, these guys are huge VooDoo ambassadors, and I cannot wait to see the burger, and I cannot wait to get my cookies. Just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. All right, we got to wrap this.
His son is coming, so that means he'll actually that means Sam will be able to answer questions and shit.
So we're saying they have a chance at winning.
Yeah, well, if anybody asks Sam about anything, he won't grunt like a monosyllabic cretin. His kid will be able to, get shit done. It's great.
Well, I love the love-hate relationship between you. Sam loves you, and for some reason you hate him.
No, I love Sam's all right, man.
I know it.
Sam is only the third biggest shit talker of our group.
What are me and you number 1 and 2?
No,
Oh, okay.
As far as people that I've met,
Hollywood.
No, Rupp is in number 2, and nobody beats Johnny B. He's off in his own.
Who's number 2?
Rupp, the Coast Guard.
Hard number 2. Johnny B's the man, though.
Johnny's way ahead at number 1, but he's a professional at doing it, so he should be the number 1 shit talker.
And for everybody listening today, make sure you tune in to Johnny B every night, but most especially this Thursday night between 8 and 10. VooDoo Chef and his crew will be on. I think we're doing some sort of burger with Jack Daniels. I don't know. They'll tell me what we're doing when we get there. All right, Big Eddie C, we started a new question. Pat, you're welcome to hang out. We love that you're here. But Big Eddie C, I started putting out there, anybody that wants to ask us a question, just throw it out there. And if anybody's still hanging on and in the chat room and you want to ask a question, by all means, type it in that chat bar. But if you're out listening to the VooDoo Chef podcast, if you have any questions for myself, Big Eddie C, and hell, for Sam. Sam's fucking never coming in because he's always too busy. For Pat, Chef Patrick Arts, send it to us at podcast@VooDooChef.com. You can send all your questions that you want us to answer to podcast@VooDooChef.com. And, we pull a couple of those questions. We answer them live on air. We try to respond to everybody. I'm not even going to get into that game. Half the time, I don't know what day of the week it is. I was talking the other day, and I kept saying Tuesday, Wednesday. The only one that knew what I was talking was Pat, because he knew I was talking about Friday, Saturday, but we'll get there. All right, first question comes from Billy Floyd, our buddy from the Kitchen Killers. If you are not following Kitchen Killers, make sure you follow them on Facebook. They are a traveling duo rock act taking over kitchens across America for free. Billy, I hope I got that right. You can check them out on Facebook at Kitchen Killers. That is Killaz, because that's how they roll. Billy says, we all know you like a little Jack Daniels from time to time. What's your favorite from the lineup? It's funny. I was actually talking to, I don't want to say my Jack Daniels rep because I don't have a restaurant and I don't sell Jack Daniels. So I may or may not have a rep. But I was talking to them today, and they're like, so how do you feel about the honey, the apple? Number one, I don't do honey. The honey, the apple, and the cinnamon, I get where you're coming from, but they're all a little too sweet for me. And that's why I prefer the classic number 7. Good buddy of mine coming up, Scott Daly, his dad actually handed me my first bottle of old number 7. And like most people at the time watching Van Halen, Motley Crue, number 7 was just the thing that it was the drink of rock and roll. And so that was the first time it hit my lips. And absolutely is what it is.
Gotta go.
You gotta go. You got a question.
Oh, well, I don't drink liquor. Oh, never mind. Almost had a dog emergency.
Oh, doggies take precedent.
Well, let me just close this door.
So, old number 7 is my absolute favorite. Tonight I'm drinking Legacy Edition number 2. It's just one of the different guys who was in charge at the time. I do have my single barrels. I am so stoked to try Jack Daniel's 10. Haven't tried it yet. Might be trying it this weekend. But for me, it's old number 7. It's the be all end all and always will be. The bibs are amazing. Make sure you try them out. But old number 7 is where it's at. And JP's checking in. Old number 7 is a classic for sure. The taste never gets old. True statement. Big Eddie C, I'm glad you were able to stick around. Our second question's for you. Now, you know, obviously I said Billy Floyd. We know Billy. Billy is in the Kitchen Killers. Normally I wouldn't say the last name, but the next question's for you, Big Eddie C, all the way from Atlanta, GA, from Cesar Del Campo. And those of you who know Umberto Del Campo, my longtime PIC when it comes to food, his brother's checking in from the ATL. He says, Big Eddie C, VooDoo mentions all the time that you are certified in every subject area. Now, Caesar, let me clarify that. He's certified in every subject area except PE, because nobody gives a fuck about PE.
Yeah.
Caesar wants to know, Big Eddie C, what's your favorite subject area to teach and why?
First one's always the greatest for me. English. That's just where my degree was and where my interests were in school. Close behind it, though, science these days. That keeps my interest more consistently, you know, as far as current events, things going on in the world go. So English is all fine and dandy. I think it's probably got the edge just because that's my strength. But science is right there. Everything else, I can do it.
You know, we sit here and talk a lot of smack, Big Eddie C, but you are the go-to guy when it comes to English. How big was that document I handed you the other day? I mean, that had to be 200-300 pages. And I'm like, hey, Big Eddie C, our boy Carlos has a favor. Can you proofread his cookbook? And you're just like, yeah, like that's nothing, man. 200-300 pages. I'd be like, I don't have a year of my life to give to that.
I'm chipping away at it, man.
Oh, what do you think of his cookbook?
It's good. There's some cool shit in there, man.
Pretty freaking impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been looking at it more from a technical writing standpoint, so I haven't really looked at the content, but I'm going to give it another once over and then kind of absorb it on that level.
You know, I had to send him a text the other day. You know, they say, I don't know who they are, but hold on one moment, because my ADD might be getting the best of me at this moment in time. I hear a little background music and Radio Blues by Top Ramen. I keep hearing that. It's not enough Ritalin in my life. They say, and I don't know who I heard this from. They say you always remember your children, you know, generally in their tweener to you know, elementary years, because those are the most fun and memorable times. So when you picture your kid in your head, that's what you picture. And it's funny because every time I think of Angelina, she's 21 years old. I mean, she's just fucking the definition of rock star, right? I mean, she is absolutely killing life. She's killing school. She's killing absolutely everything. But when someone says Angelina to me, I picture that little kid at the elementary school who's tugging on my shirt and going, Papa, I'm right here. Because, you know, they all look alike when they're in uniform and 5, 6 years old. But that's who I picture, you know. So I had to tell Carlos. Carlos did a demo for us yesterday. And if you didn't see it, it's streamed live on our YouTube channel. You can go to our YouTube channel and go under videos and check out Carlos's demo. I had to send Carlos a text. I say, and I told him exactly what I just said. When you think of your kid, blah, blah, blah. When I think of students that I've taught, which, you know, it's been at least, you know, 30 or 40, you know, since I started teaching, right? I think of them all from 14 to 16, 17 years old. It doesn't matter if they're 30 whatever like Carlos is, or 35 that Max is, or Angela and Devin, Andy, and we could just go all the way down, keep naming them all, which I'm going to stop now because somebody's going to say, you forgot me. I think of them all 14, 16, 17, 18 years old. And so it doesn't matter how amazing they become. Those are the times I remember. So I had to send Carlos a text and say, dude, you really fucking killed it. You absolutely killed it. Make sure and check out that video. Flip over to YouTube and check that out. Big Eddie C, do you have that problem as a teacher or no?
Nah.
You don't give a fuck once they leave?
No, it's just kind of like next,
Ariana Grande, you okay over there?
Yeah.
Thank you, next.
Yeah, there's some kids that have been more memorable, but these days it's like, just go out into the world, like be a contributing citizen, and that'll make me happy. That kids that would come back constantly. It's like, the fuck are you doing, man? This wasn't the greatest years of your life. Get the fuck out of here.
It was the greatest years of your life so far. Move on.
Exactly. Time to cross the bridge and burn it once you do. So stay gone.
Damn straight. You know what? We say don't burn a bridge, but burn the fuck out of that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Just lay it out, man. Bridge over the River Kwai. Burn the fucker down. Bomb it. Do whatever you got to do.
Go motherfucking bombs on that bitch.
Yeah.
All right. Final question of the night is from Scott in Texas. Scott says, hey, VooDoo, what's your favorite thing to cook? I really like cooking burgers because I really like eating burgers. But if you were to ask me, what do I cook most these days, or what do I think about cooking most, I would have to tell you, I get really excited going back to the 1990s and thinking back to my time when I was running restaurants and running a kitchen under the direction of a chef and doing what I do. And I'd love to, we were talking recently about going back and making some beer cheese soup. Beer cheese soup just hits that nostalgia string with me. Crab stuffed mushrooms with a flourless crab stuffing like made in specialty restaurants back in the 90s. The barbecue shrimp where it's stuffed with horseradish and wrapped in bacon and grilled. Those are the things that excite me. I absolutely love making a mesquite smoked grilled grouper sandwich that Bill Baker made for me. It was my Anthony Bourdain oyster moment. When Bill made me that sandwich and I took one bite, I knew that food was absolutely wicked, insanely cool. And you could do some amazing things and evoke so many emotions with food. And so what do I like to cook? I like to cook those things that remind me of where I came from. But probably if you were to really check the box with any chef, we like to cook what's next and what's making the customer happy, because we want that instant gratification. We want that instant reaction, instant smile, instant gratitude, instant love and connection. So it becomes the next memory in that person's life that they can reflect back to. So, great questions. If you have questions, make sure and send them in. Send them in for me, Big Eddie C. Send them in for Pat. I got a strange feeling he's going to be around for a hot minute. And Chef, thanks for throwing up the Carlos link there. Make sure you check that out. He did an amazing demo for culinary instructors, culinary students. Just great job. Big Eddie C, any closing thoughts here, my man?
I don't have a whole lot to offer intellectually today, folks, unfortunately. It's that first day back at school, and I just, I was somewhere between a fucking a corpse laying in the funeral home and Terry Schiavo today. It was fucked up. There wasn't a lot.
Lovers. I hate to cut it off. Emergency calls. I'll fill you guys in, but I gotta sign out, man. Emergency. I gotta go. Much love, guys. I'll text you guys in about 2 minutes.
All right.
Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. Big Eddie C. Patrick, I'll fill you in. I just got the wicked emergency. Love, guys. Peace.
Yeah.
See ya.